We are with a brand new Hyundai Tucson facelift 2024 full hybrid version. That means it comes with a 1.6 liter petrol engine, 4 cylinders inline, combined with one electric motor and one 1.5 kilowatt hour battery. And in this video it's all about consumption. We will test the consumption and we will see what kind of result we will get at the end of this video. We will go on the highway, high speed, we will go in the city. So at the end of this trip, we will find out what kind of results we can get. We will drive low on climatic system, level 1 manual. So we will keep it like that for the whole trip. Also, I will try to drive only in eco mode. So I will try to drive as normal as possible as you will go work, home, and we can simulate a real life test. We will go in the traffic, we will have a lot of traffic, so stay with me because it will be a really interesting video. I will have a separate video, test drive video, where I give you all the feedback about the car, suspension and all that stuff. But in this video we will focus only on economy and consumption. Also because when you are driving in eco mode, you have the options to regenerate. I will leave it on automatic, so the car will choose for me what to do. Yeah, more about that I explain in the other video, so definitely check it out. I will reset the consumption right now and we will start driving right away. Here is the selector for the gear shifter, so we select and we start driving. It's also not so hot today outside. I think there are 20 and something degrees, 29, 30 degrees, something like that outside. But yeah, we still keep the climatic system for the purpose of the test, because most of the tests we have made on other cars on the same settings, so we will try to keep those settings for all the tests. In general, you can see right now the car is driving in electric mode. As long as you have enough electricity in the battery, you can see we start with half battery. Full is not full, it's half battery. As long as you have enough battery, the car will drive in electric mode at low speeds in the city, and this is very helpful for the efficiency in general, and you can get a better efficiency and better consumption. We will go first on the highway. We will wait here probably a little bit for the cars to pass, and then we will go in and we will try to go on the highway, and then we will go in the city in the end of the trip. We will try to go also in the city, but first, because we are close to the highway, we will go around here. So we will go around on the highway. Anyway, right now you can see it says EV down there in the front. That means the car drive in electric mode, and it shows you all the time what happened with energy when it's charging, when it's using electric mode, when it's all the time. You can see all the information right there on the screen. You can also customize and change different views, but in general you can see that. Let's go out on the city. I love the way it's running the car. It's so smooth, it's so pleasant to drive it. I'm a big fan of this new Hyundai Tucson. I think it's run perfectly from my point of view. I will try to keep also in the speed limit. I don't want to exceed the speed limit, so I want to try to make this test as realistic as possible, so at the end of this trip you can make an idea of the results, you know. Also, the car comes with autopilot, so you can activate it from here. So you can simply activate and set up the autopilot from those physical buttons on the steering wheel. Once you set the speed, the car will stay between the lanes, will accelerate, will brake, will hold you the distance between the car in front and your car. So it's just super pleasant to drive it on the highway like that. Keep the hand on the steering wheel and the car will basically do the job for you, and you just paying attention to the surroundings. I think it's an incredible safe feature if you know how to use it, and you work in conjunction with it. You have to work together with it, and don't leave the autopilot work itself, you know, because it's dangerous. Pay attention to the road and keep the hands on the steering wheel, and together it's crazy safe. Anyway, we are driving like around 80 km/h because of the other cars, but we will go on the other side of the highway and try to drive a little bit faster. You can deactivate autopilot by pressing the brake or pressing this button here, and then you can take the control of the car. Now when we go downhill, the car will recuperate the energy back into the battery so it can use it later. But you can choose also to have a little bit more recuperation. If you press those pedals here, you have 3 levels of recuperation. So 3 is maximum, so you can play with them and choose how much the car to recuperate, you know, so which is very helpful sometimes. But I leave it on auto, by the way, so I leave the car to choose this for me, so will be always on auto. So let's see the consumption until now. Consumption 7.6 liters, yes, 7.6 liters. And we will go back on the highway, try to drive at around 130 km/h, and then we go in the city, in the traffic, to get a little bit more traffic. It's very silent inside the car because it has double glassing and very good acoustic glass around the cars, which is fantastic because the sound insulation is really good. Comfort is good. The car comes with ventilated seats, heated seats, a lot of comfort and safety features. You can also activate the smart cruise control here, so the car will hold the distance, accelerate and brake depending what the car in front will do. Also, the car can read the traffic speed limits, the traffic signs. It can adapt to the speed limit as well automatically. Climatic system, it's running still level 1, low, all the way low. And you can see right now we are driving only in electric mode. This is the big advantage of full hybrid cars, the fact that when you're driving in the city, low speeds, it's always try to drive in electric mode as long as possible. As long as you have battery, you will try to drive in electric mode. In this way it gives you that nice, clean, silent, efficient drive. So yeah, the test will be extremely useful and real, because at this time it's like everybody is going home, so it's kind of traffic. So if you're living in a city where you have a lot of traffic, this test will be really relevant for you. But if you're living in a country or in an area where you don't have too much traffic, then you will be just fine, because the car will probably have less energy than you have right now, than we will have in the end of the trip. If you hear this beeping, it's because of the speed limit. The car can read the speed limit, it will inform you, and also when it's changing the speed limit, it will give you a warning or inform you that the speed limit is changing. So you should pay attention to the speed limits. I will try to drive as realistic as possible, like as normal as possible. I don't try to drive like the other guy, too slow or too fast. Try to drive just in the speed limit. Also, of course, you can deactivate this warning if you go to vehicle and if you go to drive assist, and then here on the speed limit you can change those settings. Very simple like that, so you can change it as well. It's not a big deal. Now here I want to drive a little bit faster, 120, 130, so we can have some numbers, interesting numbers at the end of this trip, to be more realistic, like you would go from home to work and then back. The car stays really good on the highway. It has pretty good stability. I really like that you don't hear too much noise from outside. And it feels pleasant. I think it's a great cruiser to go at long distance with it. Now we will go in the city. Slow down a little bit. We still have around half battery, and the consumption until now it's 7.2 liters. Here we keep it at 70 km per hour, around there. That's the speed limit. Then we will go in the city a little bit, and then we will see in the end what kind of numbers we have. But you can see until now we have 6.7 liters on this trip, with just a little bit of traffic and highway speeds. 6.7. And the car is just recuperate some energy right now. 6.6 is going lower. Yes, and we start driving in the city with 6.6 liters, so we will see in the city what will happen, go higher or lower. And we start the city drive with how much battery? With half battery. You can see right there, a little bit over half battery. So yeah, Not ideal. Ideal was if here we will have more battery, so we can drive more in electric mode. But yeah, this is the test. This is the way it is. So anyway, the estimated consumption is 6.5, exactly 6.5, like we have on this trip. So it's totally reachable. You can reach this number without any problem. So you can see right now 13.1 kilometer, 18 minutes, 6.5. So yeah, now we go in the city a little bit. Here's traffic signs, traffic stops. So yeah, will be interesting in the end to see the numbers and the results. We have again a traffic light around here. Pretty good simulation to stop and go. That's great. And you will notice, you see that right now we are driving most of the time in electric. Right now the engine, everything is off. So you will see that most of the time we will drive in electric mode. So everything will be smooth and silent. Of course, from time to time the petrol engine will kick in to recharge the battery. Switch the lane a little bit later. Turning circle seems to be really good on the car. I really like the fact that it has a pretty good turning circle, much better than on my Tesla Model Y. Oh, this trip was a pretty good real life simulation, and we will have some traffic ahead in the end right now, and then we'll be better. I really enjoy driving this car, man. I really like it. I have it for 2 days now, and I'm really enjoying the car. I feel like I resonate with it. I don't know why. I feel like it's a really good build. I would really get used with this car. I think if there were not electric cars on the market, for me personally, I think I would go with this Tucson. I think I will get this Hyundai Tucson because you have a lot of technologies, safety features, comfort features, good price, reliable, a great warranty, and I think for the price that they sell, it's a good deal and probably will be a good match for me as well. And let's don't forget that you can drive with this car up to 800 kilometer. You can reach over 800 kilometer with a fuel tank. So you can see right now we still have 762 kilometer, and I still drive the car for 2 days now, yesterday and today, and the tank, it seems to be still full if I look carefully there. So I'm impressed. Great job, Hyundai. Really great job. I'm one of the Hyundai fans, to be honest. One of that company which I love. Fantastic visibility in the mirrors. They're so big, the mirrors, and they're so easy to adjust the mirrors. They're so easy to reach every button, every area of the car. I think it's crazy easy to reach it out and change different settings and adjust different settings. Pretty much like it a lot, if I can say like that. I really like the car. I really like what they did with the car. I think there are fantastic cars. They have a few models which are incredible. Now it's great that we stay here in the traffic because it's a good test. Still the climatic system is on. We still have enough battery. So right now all this trip, when we stay here in the at the traffic light, will be we will drive on electric, which is great. Even the steering wheel have such a good grip down here and up here. It's so nice. Also the colors, the stitches on this Inline, it's great, and it has a nice size, good grip. And even here, if you don't feel like you want to drive it, you can activate the smart cruise control and the car will drive for you. Auto hold function work perfectly. Have the button here, physical button. I like the fact that Hyundai still keep those physical buttons, and even if they are less and less, they are really good the way they are. I mean, they are just buttons. If you play with them carefully, they will last for many years. So I don't think the solution is to delete all the buttons on the screens. I think the solution is to have smart buttons in the smart place, exactly like we have here on the Hyundai. So yeah, definitely I think this is the way to go. Yeah, here we stay a lot, and when you stay in one place with the climatic system on, this is really bad because you lose the energy from the battery, and the climatic system right now, it's using the battery energy, and the consumption will go higher. You can see the blind spot view monitoring because it comes with 360 degrees camera. When you turn the signal left and right, this is blind view monitoring or something like that they call it. It's great. It's one of the great invention, safety invention these days, because you can see in the blind spot if it's something there directly on the cockpit, which is extremely useful. So that was the trip, guys. Let's park it around here, go in reverse, and you can switch, of course, the camera. You have active lines to park, you have the bird eye view. It's extremely easy to park the car and to go around parking lots. You have also 360 degrees camera, which shows you what happened around the car. But the most important thing is the consumption. 6.6, oh my god, no way. Are you serious? You saw that, guys. With all this driving, 6.6 liter, and the estimated consumption it's 6.5 liters. So it's total reachable. So we have traffic, we have highway speed, we have a good mix to understand the way it works. And Hyundai, they seems to be pretty much realistic when it comes to consumption numbers. So you have my respect from many point of view. So that was the video, guys. Don't miss out the proper test drive where you get all the information about suspension and all that stuff. Don't miss out the full review with the car. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos. I still think it's a great car. It's one of the cars that I recommend you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That will help me a lot. That will mean a lot for me. So if you find something useful in this video, I will really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I see you soon in the next one. Bye.